The next generation version of NBA 2K21 is gonna be $70. It's official, and a lot of other games are considering this pricing structure as well. Games haven't increased in price since 2005. They were $50 during the GameCube, PS2, and Xbox era, and then it jumped up to $60 like we have now during the 360 and PS3 generation. The cost to produce a game has reportedly gone up in the last 15 years, 200 to 300%, yet the games are still $60. But if we would adjust for inflation, a $60 game in 2005 would cost $78.77 today. That's almost $10 more than what games are going to be allegedly retailing for in the next generation. I feel like over the years, game companies have tried a lot of different ways to offset those costs. Sometimes we get like tiered games, like Ultimate Versions, Legendary Edition, Gold Edition, and it's just confusing. These games have additional content like characters or in-game currency, and other games monetize with microtransactions and loot boxes. Or some of these companies go all out marketing their collector's editions with a 25-cent figurine in a steelbook and then charge you $200 for it. One of the more popular ways for a game to monetize past that $60 is a season pass. But half the time, I feel like the game is incomplete without it. I always feel cheated if the DLC is like already completed by the time the game comes out, and then that extra content is just like blocked behind a paywall. Like if that content is already completed, why isn't it in the base game? These season passes cost around like 20 or 30 bucks, and they can be disappointing sometimes. They can have really short, like offshoot campaigns or just a couple extra characters or skins. It's sometimes not really worth it, and it kind of seems like a cash grab by the game developer. In general, like I said, I think this is just a confusing way to sell games, and there's just no consistency between each game. A legendary edition for one game could mean something completely different for another game. It makes sense to me to go back to a fixed pricing structure, increase costs of the base game initially. That way developers aren't scrambling or tacking on different monetization tools to try to recoup that budget that is triple the size that it used to be. I think these budgets are justified, because imagine how long it takes to make a realistic 3D model of the human face. Check out this footage from the new Far Cry 6 with Giancarlo Esposito, the dude from Breaking Bad. The character model looks exactly like the actor, and the facial movements when he takes a drag from a cigar, it's mind-blowing. So do I think games should increase in price? Yeah, I'd rather pay more upfront and know what I'm getting than deal with this weird convoluted system with different versions, monetization like microtransactions and season passes. Just give me the game and all the content, here's my money. My view is obviously a very simplified look at this whole situation. Some games cost more than others to make, and it doesn't account for if we increase the price of games, is that going to scare people away from buying games initially and companies will net less money overall? But what do you guys think? Should the cost of video games increase, or is the current monetization structure fine? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.